Hello viewers, I welcome you all to this TSAT live lectures. This is a Chiranjeevi Swara from the Institute of TTWREIS COE Boys, Miryalaguda. Friends, in summer hot or winter's chill, farmers work so the world can eat the food. And our world has achieved a lot of success in science and technology, but we are not able to create an alternative technique, and still we are depending on natural agriculture practices. We are not able to generate the food artificially. There is a huge responsibility on the shoulders of farmer to fulfill the needs of 700 crores of world population. Friends, in this pandemic situation, every field was locked down except agriculture. If agriculture was locked down, there is no food to eat. We can't survive without food. It is more dangerous than COVID-19. Friends, today I am going to present my presentation about crop production and management. Friends, I hope at the end of this lesson you may learn about these 6 topics: preparation of the soil, sowing the seeds, applying manure and pesticides, irrigation, weeding, and harvest, last but not least, harvesting. Friends, I will start with and I will begin with preparation of the soil. For this, I am going to do an activity. If you take this plot as 1 acre of land, I am going to cultivate this field. Friends, first we have to do plowing, and we all know that, friends, air and water to the plants through the roots is important. For this, soil should be prepared well, and for proper seed germination and uniform supply of water, soil should be prepared well. For this, leveling and plowing are done. First one, plowing. Plowing. What is meant by plowing? Plowing is a process of tilling and turning the soil, is known as plowing, and this plowing is done by 2 methods. First one is old method, that is, we have to, if it is 2 methods, a plower is and it is attached to the bullocks, and we have to plow the land. And another method is tractor method, that is, this is a tractor, so we have to attach it with the cultivator, and we have to till the land like this. We have to attach to it and we have to till the land like this. Friends, you have one doubt raising in your mind, that what is the doubt? What is difference between in this process of plowing, and what are the benefits of tractor and plowing by human? So first one is tractor method. Tractor method saves a lot of time. When we do plowing with the help of bullocks, it takes 2 or 3 days. But when it comes to tractors, it is very easy to us, and we have done plowing. And why we do plowing? Plowing loosens the soil and it helps in easy transportation of air and water to the plants. Water can store deeply for a long time as the soil is soft. Friends, some friendly microorganisms of farmer and earthworms can grow well as the soil is soft. And also, friends, some harmful microorganisms and insect eggs comes out and dies due to the sun rays falling on it. Also friends, plowing, roots penetrate into deep and can respire well as the air enters into the soil easily. And next process is leveling of the soil. Why we level the soil? What is leveling? Leveling means the field should be at one level. If you take this example, I am going to do this, the leveling. first when it is like this, and when we irrigate, when we water this, you have seen here friends, water is going only one side. For this what we have to do? Yes, we have to do leveling. Here is a leveling I am going to do. And leveling is also done by two methods. First one is human and second one is tractor. Human, and it is called a leveler, and it is attached to bullocks and tied to bullocks, and a man level the land. This is old method. The new method, the young minds think that the new method is tractor. Tractor is attached with the rootvator. You have seen in the picture, second one, you have seen in the picture here. In the picture of second one, here, you have seen that the man is doing leveling by the rootvator. It is called leveling of the soil. And next process is sowing the seeds. Sowing the seeds in the field. Sowing of seeds in the field is an important task in agriculture. Farmers should take too many precautions, and farmers should be aware of this sowing of the seeds. Friends, I strongly believe that production of crop is mostly dependent on quality of seed. If you see here, these are the seeds. You can't see, I think you can't see. So these are called seeds, and farmers should select the seeds which are wrinkle free. Which are wrinkle free. You have seen here, which are wrinkle free and round shaped and more weighing seeds, and also they have to choose on market demanding. These four characteristics need to a seed to sow in the field. Farmers should know about this seed selection process. Friends, we have selected the seed and prepared the soil for the next crop. What we have to do? Yes, we have to sow the seeds in the field. In this sowing the seedlings, there are two types: broadcasting, transplantation. Broadcasting, scattering seeds by dispersing the seeds by scattering is known as broadcasting. You have seen here seeds. I am going to scatter them at one end of the field. One end of the field. This process is known as broadcasting. And next one, transplantation. When these broadcasting seeds come to 4 or 5 leaves after 15 to 40 days, it depends on the variety of seed. What we have to do? We have to transplant them. Why we transplant them to the field? Because as we are growing, we need more food, more energy, more water. Like that, as a plant is growing, they also need more water, more energy, more light. Friends, they come to 4 or 5 leaves like that. If you see here, it gets 4 or 5 leaves. So we have to when they comes to 4 or 5 leaves, we have to transplant them to whole field like this. This process is known as transplantation. This process is known as transplantation. Friends, we all know that we have transplanted the plants into the field, and plantlets are growing very well. When I come to field to observe the field after 15 to 20 days, I didn't notice anything. I have returned to home and again visited my field after 5 days. Friends, my leaves are eaten by some insects like this. You have seen here, like this. What are which insects eat it? So I will explain that. If you see here, it is how attractive to us. And also the attractive growing paddy crop is also attractive food for moth caterpillars, paddy beetles, aphids and flies. They all prefer to eat the growing crop, and some suck the leaves, and some bore through the stem and roots, and other flies and aphids try to suck the tender grain which is coming, like this tender grain on the plant. Friends, and the next what we have to do, and what we have to do to overcome this? Yes, we have to apply manure and pesticides. Here is an example of that. Manure is also known as fertilizers. There are two types of fertilizers: chemical fertilizer and organic fertilizer. Even you are thinking that even though they are fertilizers, what are difference in between them? There is a lot of difference in between them, even though they are fertilizers. And there are two types of fertilizers. You have seen in the picture. Yeah, this is first one is chemical fertilizers, and the second one is organic fertilizer. I'll explain about both. First, chemical fertilizer. Friends, it is chemical fertilizer. This is chemical fertilizer, and it is prepared in factories, and it is prepared by inorganic salts. We have already learnt in earlier classes that acids, the combination of acids and bases is resulted to salts. In that salt, it is inorganic salt. You have seen here. This is example of chemical fertilizer. And the next one is organic fertilizers. It is prepared in open areas, and it is prepared by human, animal and vegetable waste. And example you have seen here. It is likely black. It takes time. If you see here. Friends, the main two differences in between these two chemical and organic fertilizer are the organic fertilizer is cheap and valuable, and the chemical fertilizer is expensive and it decreases the health of the soil, and organic fertilizer increase the health of the soil. This is the main difference. Friends, we have applied manure to the crop, and also we know what are the types of fertilizers and prepared the soil well, and what we have to do next. Yes, and the next one is irrigation. Watering to the plants is known as irrigation. Friends, you are thinking that why we irrigate the field? Because when we water the plants, the applied manure is dissolved in water and reaches to the root of the soil, and it gives growth to the soil. And what is a fertilizer? Fertilizer is a material when we add to the soil or to the plant, it gets more beneficial and it gets more nutrition and to grow well for growing. And next and in this irrigation there are four types. First one is you have seen here, furrow irrigation, basin irrigation, drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation. Friends, I will explain about one by one. That furrow irrigation, allowing the water through canals, is known as furrow irrigation. And next one, friends, basin irrigation, just filling with water, is known as basin irrigation. And next one is drip and sprinkler irrigation. Friends, in these two processes, furrow and basin irrigation, you have observed a heavy water loss, a huge water loss. Sometimes in furrow irrigation it reaches to the end and sometimes it overcomes. But when it comes to the drip and sprinkler irrigation, it is completely changeable, because of sprinkler works on the principle of force of water and it rotates in a circular path. And in furrow irrigation, if there is ups and downs in the field, you have seen here, if any ups and downs, when we allow to water through this, it just prefer to go downwards at this side also. But when we irrigate the field with this sprinkler irrigation method like this is a sprinkler method. When we irrigate the field with this sprinkler irrigation, you have seen here, it irrigating the field just like raining to the crop. And next one is drip irrigation. There is a main and it is attached to the small pipes. This process is known as drip irrigation, and our government is providing a huge subsidy to sprinkler and drip irrigation, friends. And next one is weeding. We have applied manure and irrigation. It is not only to grow the crops, it is also to grow the weeds. So we have to remove the weeds as much as possible soon. And the next one is harvesting. Friends, in Telugu there is a dialogue. Ippati varaku oka leka, ippati nunchi oka leka. Like this, in this 5 process, like preparation of the soil and sowing the seeds, applying manure and pesticides, irrigation and weeding are one step, but harvesting is another step. It is very important, friends. This harvesting means cutting the matured plant by manually or by machines. If it is a plant, it is, when it comes to manually, it is cut by the sickle, and when it comes to harvester, you have seen here the picture, and it's this picture, and it's my immense pleasure to say that my school is Earth School. After harvesting, there are two processes involved: threshing and winnowing. Threshing, removing the plant from the grain, is known as threshing. And winnowing means a person is holding a basket and pours down the grain. It is known as winnowing. Friends, the present situation of a farmer. Some farmers are overcoming all these problems, but some farmers have failed to gain all these problems. And next one is, here is a video we have done ourselves. I am going to conclude that agriculture is backbone of India. As a future citizens of India, it is our responsibility to make passion towards agriculture, and we have to build passion towards agriculture, which is only beneficial profession to near future. Friends, and I am very proud to say that I am a son of farmer. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And I thank to our beloved secretary and also our regional coordinator Lakshmaya sir of Nalgonda region, and also I thank team Miryalaguda and all the teaching staff of Miryalaguda, and my friends Akhil, Ganesh, Madhu, Teja and everyone. Thank you one and all.
తెలంగాణ మరియు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో గ్రామీణ